takes the lead.
Boxing.
And he's going for it. This is Joshua. Wow! Joshua!
And fans, time to rep your favorite teams. Only on Super Breakfast Sports Show. Weekdays, Monday to Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 8 a.m. Super Breakfast Sports. Thrilling, captivating, and electrifying.
Our finals with Ghana that was played on.
Hello, good morning. Welcome to this magnificent edition of Super Breakfast Sports with me, Merit J, on your number one family lifestyle talk and urban radio, Super 93.3 FM, Port Harcourt. Today is Monday, the 5th day of September 2022. Now, on the show this morning, we'll be doing a review of the action across Europe's top football leagues over the course of the weekend. And indeed, there's a whole lot to talk about, as right now, there are only teams to remain unbeaten in the Premier League so far this season. One of the teams is from North London, but that team is not Arsenal. So for the first time this season, we get to laugh at the Arsenal fans, right? But remember that as you go about trolling the Gunners, which I'm sure a lot of people can't wait to do on the show this morning, also do not forget that Arsenal, despite their 3-1 loss to Manchester United yesterday, are still top of the Premier League table. So just think about that for a moment. Well, anyways, it's time for us to hear from you. Tell us your reactions from the games over the course of the weekend. And on the side, we're asking you, who was your top performer from this immediate past weekend? Was it Ivan Toney, who scored a hat-trick for Brentford? AC Milan's Rafael Leao, who had two really good goals to beat Inter Milan. And there was PSG's Kylian Mbappe, Marcus Rashford for Manchester United, or even the victorious Bielsa Queens, who booked a place in the second edition of the CAF Women's Champions League. We'll be speaking to Kelechi Clifford on the Breakfast Sports this morning to get the ball rolling for our big discussion. Meanwhile, you can get in touch with us by connecting via our Facebook, where we're live streaming at Super FMPH, and also drop your comments there. You can also put your phone call through to us or use the WhatsApp channel when we throw them open. Without wasting any more time now, vamos. Once again, good morning to you and welcome to Super Breakfast on Super Breakfast Sports on Super 93.3 FM Port Harcourt. We kick things off on the program this morning talking about what happened in Abuja on Saturday. The gallant home-based Super Eagles of Nigeria narrowly missed out on a place at the 2023 African Nations Championships, the CHAN 2023, after suffering penalty shootout heartache to the Black Galaxies of Ghana at the MKO Abiola National Stadium, Abuja, on Saturday. Ghana won the first leg of the qualifying encounter in Cape Coast by 2-0 and opted for a contained counter strategy for the return fixture in Abuja. The plan worked for large swaths of an encounter dominated by the Eagles. However, two well-taken second-half goals by Mohamed Zulkiflu and Chijioke Akunito drew the fixture level and meant the winners were to be decided by the lottery of penalties. Substitute Maurice Chukwu crashed Nigeria's third penalty kick in the shootout against the crossbar as Ghana stayed perfect from the penalty spot, earning them a 5-4 win in the shootout and a ticket to next year's 7th African Nations Championship finals. It is the Black Galaxies' first qualification for CHAN since the 2014 edition, which took place in South Africa. For the home-based Eagles, they have now missed out on back-to-back editions of the CHAN tournament. And reacting to the outcome of the match between Nigeria's home-based Super Eagles and Ghana's Black Galaxy, sports journalist Ekpo Temple is of the opinion that the result serves as a clear reflection of the level of work needed to be done in the Nigerian football leagues. While speaking to Super FM, Temple pointed out that something strategic needs to be done in order to improve Nigerian football.
I think it's not a good one. It just goes to show that we have a whole lot of work to do, in our league, because what we're seeing is a reflection of our league. And it shows that something strategic needs to be done.
He insisted that based on the recent results, Nigeria is no longer a powerhouse in African football, having experienced a decline in our football.
We are no longer a powerhouse in Africa. Let's stop deceiving ourselves. If we come back to the group, basically what we're seeing is a decline in our league until we have something fundamentally done rightly. to reshape league and to rejuvenate our various clubs to be competitive. Even at a continental level, take a look at what is happening. We're no longer competitive. So I think that there is need to work on our league and ensure that we do the need.
He further stated that work needs to be done on improving the quality of our local football leagues, as that will in turn strengthen our national teams.
Your national team, tells more about your league, because you cannot be basking on or banging on your hope on some European teams. So basically for me, I think that what we are seeing is a sharp decline, and it comes as a result of the nature of our league. So let's get our leagues right, and it starts from whosoever will become the president of the NFF.
Away from that, Bielsa Queens Football Club of Yenagoa have booked a place at the 2022 CAF Women's Champions League in Morocco, scheduled to take place sometime in October. Bielsa Queens coach Domo Okara described the game, the final game against the Apem Dakwa Ladies of Ghana, as a close encounter, but revealed to Super FM that the team set out to wrap up the game in the first half.
Our finals with Ghana that was played on Saturday was a very close and difficult match. What we did, we just asked our players to try and get early goals so that we'll wrap up the game in the first half. Yes, and luckily for us, we did that, and we wrap up the game in the first half. But second half was a different ball game because the Ghana team came out full force. We were under pressure till the end of the game. I just want to give glory to God Almighty for giving us victory.
The Nigerian champions beat Ghana's Ampem Dakwa Ladies 3-0, courtesy of 3 goals in the first half from Miracle Joseph, Flourish Sebastian and Chinyere Igbomalu in the final of the WAFU Zone B CAF Women's Champions League qualifiers in Yamoussoukro, Cote d'Ivoire on Saturday to qualify. Bielsa Queens, who won the 2021-2022 Nigeria Women Football League Premiership, are the second Nigerian team that will participate in the CAF Women's Champions League qualifiers, after Rivers Angels featured in the maiden edition, which held in Egypt in 2021. Following the feats achieved by Bielsa Queens over the weekend, the chairperson of the Nigerian Women Football League, Aisha Falode, has congratulated the players and management of Bielsa Queens Football Club of Yenagoa for emerging the champions of the 2022 WAFU B Zonal qualifiers and grabbing the ticket to play in the CAF Women's Champions League for 2022. Falode commended the reigning champions of the Nigerian Women Football League for their doggedness, resilience, and winning mentality all through their campaign at the WAFU B Zonal qualifiers, where she stayed with them to give them moral support as they represented Nigeria. The NFF Executive Committee member urged Bielsa Queens FC players and officials not to relent in their efforts to move a step further to win the CAF Women's Champions League title in Morocco later in the year, in order to lift Nigeria's profile as the true #1 women football playing country on the African continent. Now to the United States of America, where world champions USA got the better of Nigeria's Super Falcons in an international friendly at the Children's Mercy Park, Kansas City, Missouri on Saturday. Sophia Smith put the home team ahead in the 14th minute, and Lindsay Horan made it 2 after 25 minutes. With the first half winding down, Smith made it 3 from a simple tap-in just into time added on. 7 minutes into the second period, Alex Morgan made it 4 for the Americans from the penalty spot. The Super Falcons had in their ranks 4 members of the Falconets team who reached the quarterfinals of the FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup in Costa Rica last month. And head coach Randy Waldrum was more concerned about the performance of the team rather than the result.
Well, anytime you play the best in the world, you know that you're going to have challenges, and certainly they created a lot of challenges for us. But I think everything, for our plan moving forward, everything we do is in preparation for the World Cup. So I think we look less at results, but more on performance and how we play. And one of the things I was pleased with was the performance of some of our young players. We brought some of the U20s in and were able to get their first cap. And I thought they all did extremely well for us, considering it was the first senior team call up and playing the best in the world. So we'll hope that we can improve on the performance a little bit on Tuesday. But the main thing is it's given us a chance to see some young players that we normally wouldn't get to see.
Both teams will clash again in the second of a two-match tour at the Audi Field in Washington, D.C. tomorrow, Tuesday, 6th September 2022. Now to some athletics story. World Athletics and Commonwealth Games champion in the 100-meter women's hurdles, Tobi Amusan claimed gold at the ISTAF Berlin meet on Sunday. The Nigerian returned to winning ways, sprinting to an easy win in the women's 100-meter hurdles final at the Berlin Olympic Stadium despite problems at the last hurdle. Amusan, who came second place at the Lausanne Diamond League 2 weeks ago, won the race with 12.45 seconds on the clock. Tia Jones of the United States of America finished second in 12.58 seconds, while Megan Tapper of Jamaica came third with 12.66 seconds. Similarly, Nigeria's long jump sensation and Commonwealth Games champion Ese Brume emerged winner of the women's long jump event at the Diamond League meet right inside the Alliance Memorial Van Damme in Brussels, Belgium. The 26-year-old leaped a distance of 6.83 meters to finish in the first position, ahead of Quanisha Burks of the United States, who finished second with 6.54 meters, and Italian Larissa Lapicino in the third position with 6.52. Brume becomes the second Nigerian alongside Tobi Amusa to have booked a ticket to be part of the Diamond League final in Zurich. The Diamond League final takes place in Zurich, Switzerland on Wednesday, the 7th of September and Thursday, the 8th of September 2022. Now, while there were cheers for Amusa and Brume, not so much as by way of cheers for Grace Wokocha, as the Athletics Integrity Unit have announced the provisional suspension of Nigerian sprinter Grace Wokocha. She has been suspended by the World Body for the use of banned substances Osterine and Ligandrol. The two anabolic agents prohibited by the World Anti-Doping Agency, WADA, were found in Wokocha's blood sample. The provisional suspension means an athlete is temporarily banned from competing before a final decision is taken at a hearing conducted under WADA rules. The suspension puts Nigeria's women's 4x100-meter African record and gold medal feat at the 2022 Commonwealth Games in Birmingham at risk. Recall that the 21-year-old Wokocha ran the anchor leg in Birmingham as Nigeria beat England and Jamaica to take gold in record-breaking fashion at the Commonwealth Games. Now for our big discussion this morning, let us talk about some of the games that happened across Europe as we connect with Kelechi Clifford on the Breakfast Sports this morning.
Fernandes there. Tierney says play on. Rashford edge of the penalty area. Moves it on to Anthony. Anthony with a chance. Manchester United take the lead. And Anthony, on debut, gives Manchester United a 1-0 advantage. Fantastic from the Brazilian. Possession given away. Chance in the penalty area. Another chance for Saka. Equaliser for Arsenal. And Manchester United switched off for just a heartbeat. And Arsenal roar back into it. United 1, Arsenal 1. Delot just takes some time to find Eriksen, and now Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes going to try a ball through. Marcus Rashford, clean through a goal. Can he score? He can score! Marcus Rashford with another breakaway goal at the Stretford end. What a signature that could be for Marcus Rashford. United in the front again. Oh, another chance here for Manchester United. Flag stays down. Christian Eriksen in the penalty area. Squares it to Rashford. Oh, Manchester United. Absolutely sensational.
Absolutely sensational indeed. Really intense game of football at the Old Trafford. At the end of the day, it was Manchester United coming out victorious, 3-1 winners over Arsenal, snapping Arsenal's impressive unbeaten start, winning run to the start of the 2022-2023 Premier League season. And I'm glad to announce that Kelechi Clifford has now joined us on Super Breakfast Sports this morning. Good morning to you, Kelechi. Welcome to the show.
Well, good morning to you, Mary J. It's been a fun weekend. I'm happy to talk about it once again.
Yeah, fun weekend indeed. It was, except you're an Arsenal supporter, not fun at all, especially when you lose to Manchester United at the Old Trafford. But let's get on with it, and we'll start off from the Arsenal game. 3-1 win for Manchester United. Confidence brewing for the Red Devils, but for the Arsenal, maybe reality check now. First loss of the season. They had been perfect in the first 5 games, grabbing all 15 points available. And the 6th hurdle, which by many people's standards was the first real test for Arsenal, they collapsed at the Old Trafford. Do you think this is maybe just a blip in the process for Arsenal, or the first of many losses to come?
Well, of course, there'll be more losses for almost every team in the Premier League. At some point, you cannot win all the games. I mean, there are other teams who will definitely want to show that they can be better than you, or there are also better teams that will play against you, and there's nothing you can do about it. So Arsenal, I think it's just a blip. I feel like Arsenal are definitely going to have a good season, despite the loss yesterday. I think United were, just nearly perfect in every department. I feel United were more prepared for the game, especially when you look at how they've won the last couple of games. So I just feel like it's a blip for Arsenal. Arsenal will definitely get back to winning ways when they play the next game, which I think should be against Everton. So Arsenal definitely they're going to learn from this defeat. Mikel Arteta is definitely going to know that, okay, he's not invincible. That invincible record that was created before cannot be replicated this season, and so it's just a blip in form. Arsenal will definitely get back to winning ways.
And let's talk about the Manchester United team. They seem to be on a really good thing now, starting with Liverpool and then went on to win the next couple of games, including the Arsenal game, which was, we thought it was going to be a little bit more difficult, maybe a draw, maybe a slim win, but it was 3-1 at the Old Trafford. New boy Anthony registering his first Manchester United goal in his first debut, full debut actually, for Manchester United. Is this team now a formidable squad that everybody should be wary of?
They're looking like a team that should be difficult to play against. United slowly. I mean, after that win against Liverpool, I knew that there was going to be a momentum shift, and it's definitely going to help them throughout the course of the season. And it looks like United are starting to gel under this new manager. And United right now are a good team to play against. I mean, it's definitely something that they always wanted to hit the ground running, especially after that Liverpool win. And so right now, I don't really see any chink in United's armor right now. There's no Ronaldo, there's no problem. Of course, Casemiro didn't start yesterday's game, and then they still look good. So I really want to think that United can continue in this fashion. And it looks like they can actually push for the top four as it stands. I mean, from going from nearly the bottom of the table up until this fine form of 4 wins in a row is definitely going to be impressive.
Really impressive for Manchester United and the work being done in these early stages by Erik ten Hag. Like you said, no Casemiro, they're playing this well. One can only imagine what happens when Casemiro joins the team and starts playing fully. Chelsea had a little bit of struggle, but they, found a way to win, although maybe a little bit of assistance from the VAR there. Beat West Ham United by 2-1 at Stamford Bridge. Liverpool underwhelming once again. Mohamed Salah underwhelming at Goodison Park, goalless draw. But let's talk about what's happening in Spain. Real Madrid 2-1 winners. No problem. Karim Benzema getting on the score sheet as well. They're fiercest rivals, Barcelona, also in winning ways. 3-0, impressive 3-0 win at the Sevilla. Ramon Sanchez began to play against Sevilla, and Robert Lewandowski scoring. The second on the La Liga table. How difficult do you think the title race will be in Spain this season?
Well, I feel like the title race is going to go down the wire if it continues like this. I mean, the Real Madrid are yet to lose a game. Barcelona, I think that point they dropped against Rayo Vallecano is making that's why they're second right now. But apart from that, I feel like both teams want to win every single game they play because of how hungry they are. I mean, there's going to be really, really strong competition from Xavi and Carlo Ancelotti's team this time around, and it's going to. I really don't know how it's going to. It's the early days, of course. It's just game 5 or game 6, as the case may be. But I feel like it's definitely going to be one of those end-to-end, one of those tight races up until the end of the season if it continues like this. But it's going to be hard to call right now. But I feel like Barcelona are well prepared to match Real Madrid this season.
Really tough one. And then finally, I just like you to pick your top performer for the weekend. A lot of names actually to pick from, but who cuts it for you?
There were so many standout performances from different teams and different players in different leagues as well. But I feel like something that is rare, Ivan Toney, almost like the perfect hat trick this weekend for Brentford. I mean, scoring a penalty and then you score a free kick. And then you also, score a wonderful hat trick, which was the third goal, which he actually, made it look so sweet and delicious while I was watching it. And so, Ivan Toney, a hat trick for Brentford was definitely my standout performance. I'm used to seeing other players, Haaland, get on the score sheet, of course, Rafael Leao and the rest of them. But Ivan Toney hat trick was definitely a standout performance for me.
All right, thank you so much, Kelechi, for joining us on the program this morning.
Yeah, thank you so much too.
All right, so we've heard from Kelechi. Time to hear from you as well. I'm sure you're buzzing, especially the Manchester United fans. Before I even say, Jack, the phone's line already buzzing. 0705-079-1021. Get in touch with us. 0811-743-1021 and on WhatsApp 0905-948-1021. Drop comments on our Facebook. We'll read them on the Breakfast Sports this morning. Good morning to you. Welcome to Super Breakfast Sports.
Good morning, Marija, my brother.
Good morning, Ken Billion.
Thank you, my dear. I hope you slept well last night.
I did. Slept really well.
Okay. Yeah, my to be sincere with you with that sentiment. Arsenal Man U match was the biggest match in the world during the weekend. So I don't think there is much you can use to compare such a match. Only fully were 5 matches in a row. Arsenal won. So I believe that match is the highest among the whole match that was played in the world. Right. I believe Anthony as a new player, he really did well yesterday. So him and Rashford, they are the star of the week for me.
Right. Thank you so much. Good morning to you. Welcome to Super Breakfast Sports.
Sorry, Mr. Merritt.
Yes, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Chelsea for some Zico calling from Stockholm.
Zico, go ahead.
English ref. Chelsea escaped with 3 points. They escaped with 3 points. English ref cannot cease to amaze people. Now, for Arsenal game, they wanted to go 100%. Thank God that their wings has been cut short yesterday. Let's see how they will start executing their game. What I always say, my season will start when the transfer window ends, close. And my season will start when Europe starts. Now, I would say my season has started. Because this week we just entered. Europe, this thing will start.
Champions League.
And transfer window has just ended last week. The only transfer window, I don't close your Arsenal wings, they don't cut them short.
Okay.
When Europe starts, we will see that their wings, so that they fly like eagle. We will see how they will crumble. The season has just started for me, my brother.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, Muziko. Good morning. Welcome to Super Breakfast Sports.
Merit, good morning.
Good morning, Mohammed Awal.
Merit, I don't know whether within Randy Wandron, that man made me confused for one day as Nigerian women manager, because me, I don't see anything with that man. I don't know why they even waste their time. The commission, whether now 5-man committees to go take in touches, nothing they there, nothing. In the talk of say we play against best in the world, the one way play for WAFCON, what he do, nothing. So Netherman just come out for Nigerian football. I don't know what they do. So made them sack that man come out today.
All right, thank you so much, Mohammed Awal, for that one. We have a couple of comments on our Facebook. Wiseman says Arsenal tried the best, but it wasn't good enough. My best performance is Mbappe. Congratulations to my team, Chelsea FC. Ayamu Emmanuel Chijindo on Facebook says, I was very happy for the result we had on Saturday. That was a bit scared because we were losing before we bounced back. We have a lot to correct in that team. I rep Chelsea. I pick Mbappe. Comrade Clinton Elekere says, good morning. Marcus Rashford will suffice for me. We are beginning to see the Rashford we loved again. Kudos to the gaffer and keeps demanding the best from these lads. Tony of Brentford was also a top performer. Thank you so much. Mr. Samuel says, Man United did a great job over the weekend. Den Shah Good News says, Anthony Santos and Marcus Rashford, while Numke Leton says, so happy for my team, Man United, and Dr. Marcus Rashford did pretty well. Badom Sani on Facebook as well says, I'm happy for my team at Man United for the team spirit they've developed so far. Glory, glory, Man United. Thank you so much, guys, for your many thoughts on Facebook and on our WhatsApp and also via the phone line. We will have a lot of time to attend to them when we return in the evening by 5 p.m. for Sports Traffic. We'll talk about all the football stories that happened over the course of the weekend and developing stories as well from today. Thank you so much once again for being a part of the show, and thank you to my producer, Ruki Ogono, for doing this one alongside me. Keep listening to Nigeria's #1 family lifestyle talk and urban radio, Super 93.3 FM, Port Harcourt.
Super FM.
Are you a school owner, a school proprietor, or management of a primary or secondary school in River State? This is for you. You can now enjoy 30%